guys, we're back here on day 4. I'm going to start by getting all my cone saddles in place. Get those all on. I got 3 of them to do here. I can get my last piece of pipe in there. I'm going to get everything wrapped 100%, get this side of ductwork completely done. Then I can work on my other side, the 12-inch side. I've showed you this mapped out from the beginning, so you should know what this is going to look like. And I'll show you as I progress, as I get more stuff done. All right, we're going to do saddle number 1 here. Some guy made a comment that I was doing them wrong. So I'm going to go ahead and video this for you, and you tell me if you think I'm doing it wrong. Maybe I've been doing it wrong for 25, 30 years, however long I've been putting these cone saddles on. You tell me what you would do different. All right, so the first thing I do is I put my saddle up there, I trace around it, I make sure I got enough material left here to get a screw on the top and bottom, and then I just go about a 1/2 inch around the perimeter. That's what I'm going to cut out, and then goop it up real good. Some guys probably, I think what he's saying is I should probably cut little tabs here and bend them on the inside, but it's not necessary, as long as you goop it up good. Tell me I'm wrong. All right, so there's my cut hole. I got enough material in there to get a screw in there and a screw in there. I know I could notch the little 1/2 inch lip I got there and bend it in and make tabs, but it's not necessary. You're still getting more than your 8-inch hole that you're going to be getting through there, so it's fine. If you think I'm doing it wrong, tell me. All right, saddle's on there, screw top and bottom. Got real thick mastic all the way around. Got my damper in place. You want to tell me what's wrong with that? I'd like to know. Look at the inside. That inside's bigger than an 8-inch round still. So tell me it's not going to get enough air. Nothing wrong with that at all. All right, there's number 2 done incorrectly.
What do you mean?
I'm telling them that I did another cone saddle incorrectly. Must have been done wrong. All right, let's do the last one over here on this side, and then I can get that pipe in. I can start wrapping all this. All right, guys, there is my 3rd cone saddle there, done incorrectly today. Oh no, it's getting old. I'll quit doing that. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go measure for the 10-inch piece I need to bridge my gap right there. I'll seal that up, and then I can start insulating, get my whole trunk line insulated back. Write down what pieces I need, bring them all down almost at once, maybe in 2 trips. Coming along, I like it. All right, let's measure this and see what we need here. Oh. I'd say 34.5 is going to be pretty damn good. 34.5. Let's go cut it. All right, guys, I got my 34.5 inch piece cut there. I'm going to head down the crawl. I'll show you what my brother's working on. He's getting our line set prepped here, just like I taught him. Make sure you tape it nice about every foot or so. And let me show you over here what I'm going to have him do. Hold on a sec. So I got him set up with this on my Milwaukee M18 hammer drill. He's going to use this to spot the hole. And then I brought my Bosch with my my coring bit there. So let's walk around the side here again. Show you how he's going to do that. Another beautiful day here on the high desert. Check this out. Gotta love it over here. I only live about 4 or 5 minutes from here. These are the mountains that you see from my deck. There's Gray Butte right there. That's the one you see from my deck. All right, let's go. Oops, I walked too far. I was enjoying the beauty. So right there, X marks the spot. He's going to do a spotter right there, and then if that works inside, we're going to drill that out. The line set's going to go through there. And I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of 3-inch PVC and run it along there, and we're going to clamp it so it's protected when they build the deck. And then our line will just pop out there like I showed you yesterday. All right, let me head in the crawl and put that piece of duct on. All right, guys, last piece to the puzzle on this side is connected and sealed beautifully. Now, I have a couple of options for climbing in and out of here now. It's a little tight there, but that's why I strapped up my main trunk line real high there, so I can go in and out through there. Or even better yet, is I'm going to take my return loose anyway over here, because I'm going to put an elbow on that guy. So we can take that loose and go in and out through there, which is real close to the access hole, and that'll get us around. But get us around to this side. To get to the other side is real easy, so no problems there. I'm going to see what I need for I'm going to go see what I need for insulation. My brother's rotoing over there, and get my first few pieces. I'm just going to work my way back like I have been, and get my flex ducts connected as I go. I'd like for this to dry a little bit better, but hey, is what it is. I'll be real careful so I don't get it on me too much. First time in a while we don't have any wind.
Fucking yesterday sucked.
It was worse the day before, but I wasn't doing insulation. So we need 140 and probably a bunch of 56s, 4 times the diameter of the pipe.
Yeah, I told Marcia today when I got home, I cut her the pieces, but she's wrapping them up there. The runs?
Yeah.
To my house. Cut her some pieces, she's going to go up there and wrap.
Oh yeah, she'll see it.
You don't think so?
I think it'd take an act of God for women to go up there. I'm just gonna start.
What is it to wrap that pipe? How many inches?
4 times. Well, I figure pi would be 3.14, but you lose some with it going around. So I just go 4 times, and then you know you got plenty. Math. I'm just gonna cut 2 at a time and go in and out, so I don't have to spend too much time down there. See how the 56s work first. I already got my tape and stuff down there. Okay. Get a couple of pieces of tape post prepped. Very carefully without getting crap on. Oh shoot, I gotta seal that other side first. Oops. Getting ahead of myself. I gotta go seal the other side of that pipe real quick. Oh. Oopsie, oops. Alright, back to our regularly scheduled broadcast. Oh. Do this without getting it all over me. It'll be a miracle. All I need is a miracle. Oh, I can. Just like that. Let's see, right there. I know I should have a squeegee, but my hands work pretty good too. My tape rarely comes off. usually like to twist it and put the tape seam up top, but this will be fine. It's on the back side. Little tricks, little tricks. That work wonders. And it'll go to the other side and tape that other side so I make sure I get it good. Same thing over here. When I get to that point. All right, you get the gist of it. I'll go do the rest of it, show you what it looks like when it's done. Oh. All right, guys, you saw me getting that piece on. I got that one on. So wherever I have a cone saddle, I'll have a gap because I'm not going to try to wrap around and cut a hole in it. I don't do them that way. I'll just, so this is 56-inch piece. I got an 8-inch collar. It's a little long, so I'll probably go about 45 inches by whatever that width is. I'll measure that and I'll put my piece in, get it nice and taped, and I can move on. So I'll bring that piece down. And then I got some elbows here, so I'm just going to cut myself some. I'll show you how I do those up top. All right, guys, I got my next. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces I'm going to need. I'm going to get those cut. Just stole one of the little insulation slats here that holds the insulation up. But anyway, always make a list, and you don't have to make a million trips in and out. I'm just going to connect my flexes to my cone saddles as I work my way out. Once I'm past that point, there's no reason for us to go back there because we got our thermostat wire pulled. So if we block ourselves, we don't paint ourselves into a corner. So get these cut, and I'm going to go back down there and put these on. All right, guys, I got the next one connected here. So because I have a damper in there, the inner liner gets a panduit and one screw strategically placed where the damper can't hit. And then the outer insulation and vapor barrier just gets a panduit, tightened with the panduit gun. Zip tie gun. I know some of you guys don't like the word panduit. And then I went ahead and metal taped the Hvac to the bubble wrap. That way it's all seamless. And it's got a good vapor barrier on it. There's no chance of any metal being exposed. And then I added another strap here at the end. So we're strapped real nice all the way to our boot. So we're looking good. I'm going to keep carrying on with my insulating here. Having fun with this one. Doody-doody-doo-doo. Living the dream. Get in there. Come on, Cutter. There we go. Now we'll put a little bit of tape on there. Make it look all pretty. Brothers rotor hammering in the distance. Alright, show you what it looks like when it's finished up. Alright, I'm finished almost all the way back to the air handler. I just have this elbow and this Y here, and I'm going to stop insulating that for today. What I'm going to do once I'm done with that, I'm going to go throw her heat strips in, get her low voltage and her line voltage tied in, so we can fire this thing up for them. Kids can have some heat in their bedroom. Plus, I'm real interested to see what kind of airflow we get. But there we go. There's our last Hvac run I hooked up there, all nice and sealed. Let me show you how it looks down here. Everything's all wrapped all pretty all the way down. You guys can get a look there. Got that flex run connected there. So we're looking pretty good. We're looking real good. I'm happy with it. I'm real happy with it. I'm making every piece of tape count, guys. Make this stuff look sweet. Make everything look sweet. All right, we're all good. Back to here. There's only a couple things I see that I don't like. There's that run. I'm pretty picky down here. This run right there, where it comes down off the boot, we have 90s on those, so I'm gonna have my brother strap that so it's up at the level like this, like the rest of it, so it flows right. And then on this closer one, right here, I got a strap here. There's a strap there, and there's not another one till there, so I'm gonna get a strap right there. I like to overdo my straps. And before I connected to all my saddles, I pulled the flex really tight before I connected. So we're going to get a good flow out of these guys. 8-inch flex is equal to almost 7-inch round pipe. Every run is going to be 8-inch flex on this, all the new stuff. So they're going to have good airflow. It's a variable capacity system, ECM motor with a variable capacity heat pump. It'll be able to ramp down when it doesn't need that max airflow. But we have the capacity here for when it does. I'm going to get these heat strips put in, and jumper, or maybe I'll just temp the old thermostat and fire this thing up, see what kind of airflow we're getting. You know, that side's going to blow into the crawl, but big deal. All right, let's do it. All right, guys, I had to pull off doing the heat strips because our 2 circuits are short. So the homeowner's an electrician. He's going to come pull new lines this evening, I think, so we can get it fired up tomorrow for him. Not a big deal. We'll have it fired up tomorrow. Now I'm working on the other side here of the Y. So what I'm doing is I got one elbow here to get us around the post, angled up to get us up to the higher up so you can climb underneath. What I'll do is I'll put a piece of pipe here with no taps in it, so it's easy to climb right through here, and you can get under to get to whatever you need to if somebody's got to work down in this crawl space. And I'll have all these runs, these 3 runs tap in over here. So I'll make it so you can climb under everything. Coming together. I like it. All right, guys, here's my 12-inch for the other side. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this, I don't know, it doesn't really matter, probably about 40 inches. And I'm gonna have one 8-inch takeoff right at the end of this piece. And then I had this one, I pulled off another job that already has a one cut out for an 8-inch, and then the other one already started with the pilot, with the step bit already with the hole in it. And look what I found in there, 10-inch duct. I could have put that in there yesterday. What a dummy! I didn't realize that was in there. All right, let's get this all prepped, and I'll show you what she looks like when we get her installed. Really loving this job. All right, guys. So ain't she pretty up there? So we're gonna have one there, and then one right there. And they'll still have room when you come down the crawl access. You can come right here and crawl right through to where you need to go. So that's the goal anyway. Let's get these taps on. My goal is to get these taps on with the dampers. I'm not going to connect the runs yet. I'm going to insulate this first. And then we can get out of here. It's getting towards the end of the day. Sorry, my brain's fried. I always talk like this towards the end of the day. But yeah, we'll get the saddles in with the dampers, get everything sealed off here, and call it a day. Clean up and get out of here. All right, guys, closing video for the day. Got all my pretty maids in a row there. Everything's all sealed up, all pretty. As you can see, 100%, 95%, best I can get. Some spots I just can't physically get into. But yeah. Looking pretty damn good, huh? So tomorrow when we get here, this should be dried up pretty good. I can put my dampers there in each of these runs. I get these runs tied in. All of our ductwork will be done. Yes, I got mastic all over me. Then all we got to do is, he's going to do his electrical tonight. We can tie the heat strips in and get our we can get our line set pulled. Tomorrow I'm going to make sure I get my refrigerant lines on test. You know, obviously I still got some insulating to do and stuff, but I can do all that. First thing we're going to do tomorrow morning when we get here is get the line set tied in and pressurized. I may even be able to get my vacuum pump going tomorrow. We will see. But we're getting real close. Everything's looking good. I'm excited to turn this system on. You saw what they had here before. It wasn't good. So getting out of the crawl here and heading out for the day.